let's go. Let's get it. What's going on, Aquarius? Welcome back to the channel, Elevated Spirits. It's Jazi, your favorite Cali reader. This is your what you're not expecting over the next 30 days reading, okay? So first to start, I am going to get into some hidden messages at the bottoms of the decks that I've used for your reading, as well as general messages, money, career, finances, all unexpected energy, okay? Generally speaking, regarding your money, career, finances, love life, potential challenge, and unexpected outcome. The reason why I say potentials when I do is because your free will not only always plays a part. You can choose to claim a reading or decline. Whatever you decide, you are the operant power of your reality, okay? So just, know that. As always, these messages are general in nature, meaning they won't resonate with all of you, nor are they meant to. So please only take the messages that truly sit well with your spirit, that feel like they're your story, whether it's difficult to hear or not. Take what's for you. Please leave the rest for someone else. If you are drawn to book a private consultation, feel free to reach out. I'm available. All right. So looking at the bottoms of your decks, and you given two, just let me make a small share with you in a small observation that I've noticed. This reading definitely feels a bit on the juicy side. It definitely feels a bit challenging and complex. Okay, I got a lot of cards, more cards out than I expected to get for you guys, but I'm going ahead and give them because they came out. I'm not going to rob you every message, but it definitely feels like a lot. And I'm gonna have to go pick up my sons from school soon, and it is 2:22 p.m. my time, Cali time. So 2:22, you guys may be seeing 222. That could be a number of significance. Some of you may be born on the 22nd, life path 22, however that resonates. All right, so please take the messages as they apply. They are timeless as always. So when you come to the reading, when you're drawn to it, there's a high chance there's a message here for you, all right? Or something that's preparing you for, okay? Now, so looking at the bottoms of the deck, so we have commitment, things are getting serious here and now, friendship, door to romance, Queen of Swords, Page of Swords. So some of you, it feels like some of you, Aquarius, okay, are being asked to be present. Let me start there. Some of you are being asked to be more present at this time, okay? It feels like there may be a lot of things that are happening, a lot of things transpiring, changes that are being made in your life, whether you maybe are aware or not, or whether you whether you enjoy them or not, whether you feel good about them or not. There's things that are changing, things that are I feel like happening in your experience, and it's going to be up to you how you respond to them. So I feel like it's going to be important for you guys to really do your best to be here and now, not looking too far in the past, and not looking too far ahead in the future, okay? Now, separate message. Some of you, Aquarius, are getting communication from someone, okay, that I feel like you cut off at some point, meaning someone that you maybe kind of had to detach yourself from. It could have been a friend, okay? Some of you are getting communication from someone that was maybe once a friend that now wants more. Meaning if they were just a friend to you, they now want commitment. It's like someone is wanting to come out of that friendship, that friend zone. So this could be thank you, Spirit. This for some of you is someone who friend zoned. Someone who kind of decided, you know what, let's just be friends. It's just easier if we be friends. Maybe they weren't ready at the time. Someone's wanting to now commit, okay? Someone now wants to take things to the next level. We have door to romance as well as commitment. Someone is wanting to not be your friend anymore. Someone's wanting to take things to the next level. It doesn't matter what status you hold, okay? Currently, even if you're married, it doesn't matter. It feels like this person is adamant about having you, okay? And some of you may have heard about this, or have maybe had your own clairaudient. I said clairaudient, but I was meaning clairvoyance. So for some of you, you may be hearing telepathically, this person may be talking and communicating with you, okay? Because both these swords also represent your thoughts, okay? So some of you, this could also be a Cancer energy here, with the Empress. So for some of you, you are the Empress energy here. I feel like some of you are just, really in your power, sitting on your throne, looking pretty, sitting pretty, really in your soft girl era. And for some of you, you've detached from someone is returning, okay? Some of you, this person has been getting information, kind of doing some spying, some digging, trying to see if you're single or if you're available or if you're still mad at them, or whatever, to try to see how they can maybe get back in your good graces. How can they, approach you? How can they open this door, or reopen a door to having a romantic connection with you, okay? Like I said, it's not going to be for everyone, but take the messages as they apply, okay? So jumped into your general messages. We have two that came out. So we have card number 2, another 2, okay? Journey, and 52, Goddess of the Moon, okay? So for some of you, you guys may be unexpectedly being invited to go on a vacation, okay? Follow your intuition about whether or not you should go. Others of you kind of maybe had a feeling about this, but it's, it's actually coming. Others of you, you're maybe, you know, being guided at this time, Aquarius, to, you know, maybe do something new, maybe kind of go on a solo vacation, even if it's a staycation, meaning in your same city or in the same state you live in or country or whatever, you know, wherever, however that applies. Some of you really need to take some time to disconnect and really reconnect to your own intuitive guidance, your own intuition, your own feminine energy. And some of you maybe, like I said, guided to take a trip unexpectedly, just be maybe feeling the nudge or the inkling that I just need to disconnect. I just need to go. I need to get away for a little while. I need to take a break. You know, if that's what you're being guided to do, you know, if you can, please honor that. Okay. So, clarifying this energy, we have the Tower. Interesting. So I'm trying to think of what sign. Capricorn also got this same card in the same position. So you may have been dealing with Capricorn. Also Leo had their challenge energy come up like this, crossing like that. So you might want to check out that reading as well if you have Leo in your chart or you're dealing with one, either of those signs, Leo or Capricorn. So clarifying the Tower, Aquarius, we have the Ace of Swords and the Four of Swords. So for some of you, I'm getting a couple messages here. Some of you, this could definitely be some type of trip that some of you are going to take to relax that you're not expecting. Some of you, this is like a surprise, okay? Some of you, this could be like a husband, a boyfriend, or someone of significance, someone that you're in a commitment with, okay? That is maybe planning a romantic getaway with you or for you, okay? I'm so sorry if I ruined the surprise. If I ruined the surprise, but you know, that's the risk you take when you watch the readings, I'm just saying. So anywho, yeah, some of you have maybe recently had an argument with your spouse or your significant other. And it's like, I feel like this person is wanting to like, kind of like, it feels like this person wants to take the stress off you in some type of way. Okay. It feels like this person may be surprising, like doing it as a surprise and maybe coming in suddenly, unexpectedly, just kind of like all out. Let's like, pack your bags. We're leaving. We're going on a trip. I need you to be ready by this time. We have a flight to catch. Like, you know what I'm saying? It feels like something like that, where, you know, this person is just suddenly unexpectedly telling you to pack your bags. And, you know, it's essentially to, you know, give you a break of some sort. Okay. That's what this feels like. Now for others of you, on the flip side, okay, what's unexpected is some of you may end up moving. Okay. There could be something that, you know, that hits like a ton of fucking bricks, something that you didn't see coming, something that you weren't, you know, made aware of in advance, something you didn't see, you weren't expecting, with the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay. For some of you, this is a lack of clarity, something that, you know, some type of truth that was hidden from you. Okay. Some of you may be discovering that through meditation. Okay. Some of you may be kind of like just in a meditative state and it's something that's being revealed to you during that time. Okay. And that could be what this goddess and the moon is energy as well, is that your intuition at this time, Aquarius, may be really speaking to you. Something that maybe you're not seeing in the physical could be revealing itself in the ethers. Okay. So it would be important for you to pay attention to your dreams at this time, pay attention to your intuitive guidance, because I feel like it may be revealing messages to you, revealing maybe, even if, like, say you are going on a trip, it's like it's talking to you in some type of way to maybe help you avoid this tower, help you avoid, like, you know, for example, random example, don't, you know, tie yourself to this. It's like, say you're going on vacation, right? And you know, you're about to get on the plane, you're about to board the plane, but like maybe say you're just kind of relaxing, just kind of like drifting off to sleep, and then you get this inkling, this like, you know, quick vision, or like a, you know, kind of like a flash of, you know, what might happen, like the plane going down or something like that. You know, it's giving me Final Destination vibes. Like I said, it's just it feels very unlikely. Okay, I'll put it that way. It feels highly unlikely, but for some of you, that's kind of like how this that's how Spirit is giving it to me. So I'm not saying it's that exact type of situation, but it feels like something like that, where some of you maybe, you know, packing to go on a trip, and then you, like the night before, let's say you're packing your bags because you're catching a flight that, you know, like a red eye, let's say the next morning. And then while you're sleeping, you know, after your stuff is already packed, you're ready to go, you know, you go to sleep, you know, you only got a few hours before you have to get up, you know, and catch your flight, but you have a dream, kind of like a premonition, let's say, of the plane crashing or going down, something that you wouldn't have seen otherwise. Okay, don't ignore that. That's all I'm saying. Don't ignore that. So let's move forward. As it pertains to your money, career, and finances, we have grieving. Okay, we have animals, and we have manifestation. So interesting. So some of you, Aquarius, may be taking some sort of a loss of some sort financially, or it may feel that way. Okay, but what this does feel like with the manifestation Some of you, this could be an animal that you're grieving, maybe a loss of a pet, you know, if that's, you know, the case. My condolences, because some people take their pets really, you know, they have a really strong connection to them as if they were human. So if, you know, that is you, you know, my condolences to whatever pet was lost. But others of you, you've been seeing signs and synchronicities through animals, okay? Some of you may get the inkling or kind of like get the nudge to deal with animals. Some of you may work like as a vet or something like that. But it feels like some of you are maybe, like I said, taking some type of loss financially, and you're getting, and some of you have been seeing signs and synchronicities showing up through animals that are letting you know, it feels like that things are going to be okay, even if it doesn't feel like it, even if you can't maybe see, right? For some of you, that is what this tower is representing as well, okay? Is something that maybe kind of like all of a sudden suddenly falling apart. You didn't see it coming. You weren't expecting it with the Ace of Swords in reverse. It's like, I wasn't expecting this. But for some of you, aren't realizing how it's really helping you. Some of you have been asking for a break. You've been asking for more rest, more time to rest. And the universe has ways of bringing things to us, you know, giving us what we need, but maybe not in the way that we want it. Okay, it's like, well, yeah, I asked for a break, but I didn't ask for it like this. Okay, that essentially just teaches us how powerful our words are and how to be more mindful with our requests to the universe. It's really that simple. And that's how we learn, though. So when you learn from that perspective and look at it like that, you don't have to personalize it and be down on yourself about, you know, that you did it. You know what I'm saying? It's just part of the learning process. So I feel like some of you may be going through, like I said, some sort of loss. There may be some type of contract or something that you've been like working with, you know, a company that maybe you've been working on. Some of you have maybe recently gotten let go of or something. Okay, but just know that that's essentially preparing you for what you're manifesting. As one door closes, another one always opens in its place. So I feel like some of you, you know, needed that reminder, even though that's cliche. We all know, but I feel like in the moment, sometimes it's difficult to remember things like that. Okay, so we have Temperance in reverse. So some of you, yeah, this is something that's definitely maybe throwing you off balance. It's kind of like maybe shaking your world up, throwing you off kilter in some type of way. It could be whatever maybe this is. Maybe you guys have recently gone on a vacation and things maybe just totally went left on the vacation, and now it's affecting your finances. Like, who knows, like, you know, however that resonates. But whatever this is, as some of you are grieving, it's maybe creating imbalance in your finances. While some people think that one area of life has nothing to do with another area, it's all energy. So it can definitely change forms. If it's on that frequency, it can definitely, one can definitely affect the other. Okay, just saying. So like I said, some of you, and also what just came to me is for those of you that are struggling financially in some type of way and it feels like things are imbalanced, for some of you, it's because there is some type of loss that you've had that you're still not over, that some of you have not healed from. Okay, the Temperance is a healing card, and we're talking about grieving, we're talking about loss. Okay, whether it's a loss of a job, a loss of a person, you know, whatever that is, a relationship, maybe a relationship with money. Okay, something, there's healing required here. And it's like, once you do that, once you restore the balance energetically, it'll reflect otherwise. It'll reflect outwards in your finances, in other areas of your life, especially where you find like things are not what they should be or what they could be. Okay, so clarifying the Temperance, we have the Six of Swords in reverse and the Princess of Wands. Okay, so for some of you, like I said, this may have been like, you know, like I thought I was gonna, you know, we were gonna go on this trip, and that could be for somebody with the Tower is the loss of an animal. Okay, maybe some of your animal, maybe you guys have planned a trip, maybe this trip hasn't even happened yet, and unexpectedly an animal dies, and you didn't, maybe it was sudden, maybe you didn't see it coming, maybe it was just kind of like, it was fine, like we just took it out for a walk, or we just, you know, played with it or whatever, and it may suddenly just, you know, just croak. You know, I'm not trying to sound fucked up at all, but I'm just saying, like, that could be, you know, unexpected loss of an animal that could be kind of like throwing you guys off. You know, that could be something that's affecting your finances, where you had intentions on putting money towards a trip, but now you're putting it towards a funeral of an animal. Just saying. Others of you, if you don't have animals or that doesn't apply, this could still be, you know, animals showing up synchronistically, letting you know, like, we're on the right path. If you're seeing maybe a bunch of birds, that could be messengers, okay, letting you know that, you know, the ethers are trying to communicate with you. Some of you may not be paying attention. You may not be seeing it. Some of you are trying to, it's like the universe is trying to find different ways to warn you about something, or just to even give you a heads up if it's not really a warning, but some of you aren't paying attention to it. And that could be because when you're in balance, you're focused too much on what's going wrong versus what's going right. And that's where for some of you, I feel like this here and now is telling you to be more present. Because when you're too focused on what's already happened or being too anxious about what's ahead, you miss the present moment. You miss what the gift of the moment brings you, okay? And that for some of you is creating imbalance here. So Some of you, if this has, you know, to do with your money, actually, some type of, like I said, a loss that's making things imbalanced. It feels like some of you are not out the woods yet of the situation. Like it's not completely, you know, you're not completely past it or beyond it, but you know, whatever action you take will benefit you. If you act now, okay, or start now with whatever it is that you're trying to do, or pursue, you know, your passion or whatever this is now, okay, I feel like it'll definitely restore balance sooner than later, but it's up to you what you do with it, right? I feel like some of you need to be reminded that whatever this is that's kind of maybe throwing you off, or that's created some instability financially, there is a potential to get beyond that, but some of you, it's going to require your action. It's going to require you to actually step in and do something about it. Some of you, it's going to require you to do some research, okay? To really be honest about what needs to happen, what needs to change, what needs to be released, what needs to be done differently, to really identify what that is, and so you can move beyond it, okay? Like it feels more practical, like on a more mundane 3D level than spiritually, okay? So as this pertains to your money, your love life. So we have intimacy that came out first, okay? Sexual chemistry, reminiscing, all right? We have moving, change of residence, moving in with your partner. And we have Mercury retrograde, electronic issues, communication issues, review everything. So some of you, that could be what this tower is representing as well. When Mercury retrograde starts doing its thing, it's not to, a lot of people, even myself at one point before I got further educated and started because I knew better, I did better. Some of you may be blaming Mercury retrograde I don't know when the next Mercury retrograde is, but some of you may be blaming Mercury retrograde essentially for things that are happening, especially if it comes to like travels, travel plans, things like that, because Mercury is the planet of communication, it's the planet of travel, e-commerce, you know, all those things. So some of you, you know, maybe having issues during Mercury retrograde. That could be, and others of you where this is coming up in your love life, this could be communication issues with your partner, okay? Some of you, this could be someone from your past that maybe you moved away from. Maybe some of you like broke up with someone, you moved in, you know, moved in with a new person or moved in with someone else. This person from the past may be returning. Mercury retrograde may be bringing someone back. It may be bringing up these feelings. If some of you find yourself thinking about someone you haven't thought about in a while, or someone you haven't even talked to in a while, that could be because their energy is pulling on yours. And so it's like they're essentially talking to you telepathically, communicating with you through the ethers, trying to draw you back in. So be mindful of that energy if that's happening, you know, be mindful. Others of you, if you, like whoever it is that you're, you know, in a commitment with, you're in a romance, all that stuff, some of you may be moving, okay? You guys may be finding yourself having communication issues unexpectedly over the next 30 days. But like I said, if there is Mercury retrograde in play, because I haven't looked to do the research to see when the next one is, be mindful. If you guys all of a sudden just are arguing out of nowhere or just can't seem to get on the same page, you know, look up when Mercury retrograde is. That might benefit you in knowing that, okay, it's just the planet helping us identify where we can communicate better. When Mercury retrograde fucks things up, it's always to help us in some type of way. So even when our electronics have problems, even when we have problems uploading our videos and doing things with our storage space and shit like that, it's just, that's Mercury doing its part in showing us where it might create more issues down the line. So we should really be telling Mercury, thank you. Thank you for showing me how I need to better communicate with my partner. Thank you for showing me where I need to clear up more storage space so I don't have these issues going forward. You see what I'm saying? So just something to consider, all right? So clarifying those cards, we have the Ace of Pentacles, okay? So yeah, it feels like someone from your past wants to start over, all right? So we have the Knight of Cups, the Prince of Cups. All these cards came out, so I took them. Let me start from the bottom, the back going forward. So Princess of Cups, okay? With the King of Wands, with the Hierophant, with the Prince of Pentacles, Judgment, and the Prince of Cups, so which is the Knight of Cups. So we have two knights here, one king. This is a lot going on, Aquarius. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 extra cards came out with that one, clarifying the one, and 2 of them are major arcanas. So for some of you, it could be definitely deal with the Taurus. We also have earth sign energy as well as water sign energy and fire. So it's, you know, obviously it could be any sign. But for some of you, like I said, this is definitely someone coming back from your past. This is someone that maybe you had a commitment with, someone you were committed to in some type of way, whether it was just marriage or whether it's just, you know, y'all were like actually dating in a relationship. someone is coming back with an apology. Someone wants to have a redo with you. Someone now who's maybe uncommittal, or maybe wasn't ready for a commitment fully, or they didn't really know how to commit. Someone wants to commit now. Someone now wants to have something long-term and stable with you. Okay, it definitely feels like this person is coming back in with, you know, wanting another chance. It feels like someone has gone through a spiritual awakening. That could also be what this is. This person has gone through an awakening, and now they realize that maybe they were the problem in the connection, and now they want to that's why they want to apologize to you. That's why someone wants a new beginning. They want to start over. So, you know, I feel like it's important for you guys, if this person comes back during a Mercury retrograde, that this is sometimes Mercury seeing, have you both learned your lessons? Have you both seen where you went wrong in this situation? Doesn't always mean that you take them back, but it's giving you an opportunity with the Judgment. That's why things come back around, for you to take a second look, to make a final decision. Sometimes it was just the wrong timing, right? Right person, wrong timing. But for others of you, this is someone who was essentially, you know, was meant to teach you something, as well as you teach them. Okay, that's also what the Hierophant represents, is this person's a teacher. Okay, this could, for some of you, this could be definitely a soul contract, someone that you had a spiritual contract with, that, you know, is finally awakened to what this connection is, and that could be why they're returning. But have they learned their lesson? Have they learned why things went wrong the first time? Maybe, maybe not. That's going to be up to you to decide and really follow your intuition when, you know, if that plays out, if that's your message. Okay, so potential challenge, unexpected challenge that you guys might be facing. So we have 34, a leg up. That's what came in sideways for you guys, and what came in upright was 40, co-create. Okay, so this is coming up in your challenge. So some of you Aquarius maybe feel like, you know, the universe isn't on your side. Some of you are feeling like any type of help or assistance that you've been asking for is just like you're being forgotten about, or it's being blocked out. But for some of you, it's because the challenges that you're experiencing is something you've essentially manifested. So some of you, its first step is becoming accountable for the whatever situation you find yourself in. Understand and know that you are the operant power of your reality, meaning you put yourself in any situation you're in, believe it or not. I've even had to accept that about a lot of shit. Okay, that we are essentially the creators of our reality, meaning that our soul signed up to have certain experiences, fucked up as it may be from a human standpoint. Okay, our soul signed up for that, whether it's karmic contracts we had to, you know, close out, whether it's soul contracts that we had to fulfill, whatever that is. You know, it's going to be different for all of us, but, you know, essentially it's like we co-created this with Spirit. Spirit is never going to tell you no. Spirit is always going to either tell you yes, not right now, or there's something better. That's it. The universe doesn't tell us no. So, you know, unless your free will decides that that's not for me. Nope, that's not for me type of thing. That's you saying no, not the universe. There's a difference. So, what I'm also getting here though is that for some of you that feel like, you know, your help is being blocked, or that you're not getting the type of help or assistance that you need, this is Spirit telling you that you're challenging yourself. It's like Spirit's way of asking you to, you know, communicate with me, talk to me, ask me for help. Ask your angels, your guides, because they're not allowed to step in without your permission. They're not allowed to interject on your free will without your permission. So it's going to be up to you to ask. If you really want the help, ask, co-create, meaning, you know, get clear about what it is that you want. Send your intention out into the universe the same way we make Amazon orders, right? We search and decide what it is that we want. We then place the order, we pay for it, right? And then we wait. We let it go and we wait, and we know and we trust that Amazon will do its thing and bring it to our door, right? We need to do our manifestations the same way, okay? So clarifying that energy is, ooh, look at this, the Princess of Cups, okay? And the Ace of Swords. So it's interesting how the Ace of Swords is in reverse here, but it's upright in your challenge. So for some of you, this is maybe something that's fallen apart, or something that has, you know, essentially crashed and burned, and maybe you're not wanting to be honest with yourself about why, okay? Or maybe just the why was hidden from you. But I feel like it's being revealed maybe of, you know, either during meditation, or for some of you, this is something is crashing because healing was necessary. Because this is about healing. This is about restoration. So some of you, you know, may not be seeing it, that something had to fall apart before it could fall together in the right way, because there was some healing that still needed to be done. That maybe some of you, maybe some truth that wasn't revealed, or maybe you guys didn't have the awareness, the clarity to see something, to see maybe what still needed to be released or dealt with energetically, to where, you know, now this is what's coming up here. So this coming up in your challenge, it feels like, let's see, let's clarify. Let's get the clarifies. 2 of Swords, okay, and 3 of Swords that came in sideways. So a lot of Swords energy. So a lot of Libra, Gemini, your energy, Aquarius, okay? So some of you, this is, you know, your own thoughts that are essentially getting in the way of something here, okay? Some of you, it's your optimism. Some of you, it's like your optimism. It's like it's like some of you may know what you want, but you're not optimistic about getting it. And that could be what's standing in the way of the universe helping you bring you what you want, okay? And that could be for some of you not realizing how, you know, a past heartbreak or a past loss of some sort, whether it was regarding love or not, how that's still blocking you. Some of you haven't been wanting to look at it and thinking, well, if I just don't look at it, then it'll disappear. That's not how it works. We have to eventually address it, okay? Because all it does is it festers and it creates bigger and bigger problems. It doesn't get smaller and smaller the more we just decide that we don't want to look at it, okay? Some things you actually have to, you know, address and look at. So for some of you, that could be what's challenging here, is that some of you are feeling like you're not getting the help or assistance that you need. You may be feeling like your spirit guides, your angels are not talking to you. Some of you aren't communicating with them. Some of you, that's why this is coming up in challenges, that you need to ask for what it is that you want, get clear about it, and then trust that it'll come, okay? You have that childlike sense of wonder about what you want to create and trusting that it will come, okay? Even if you can't see it, right? With the Two of Swords, this sometimes represents things that we don't want to look at, right? We don't want to deal with, we don't want to address, but this also can represent things that are hidden, right? Until the time is right. Whether it's information, whether it's, you know, clarity about something, right? Whether it's something we've been asking for that we're not seeing yet in the 3D, okay? So some of you, it's like, because I don't see it, I don't believe it. And that's where we need to, you know, a lot of us, we've been duped to think that, you know, well, I don't believe it until I see it. It doesn't work like that. You have to believe it first before it's seen. That's how everything was created. Every single tangible item you own came from someone's belief first that it could happen. That's why it came to be, because they believed in the idea first, took action on that idea, is what made it manifest. Okay? So some of you, it's like kind of like this skewed, distorted vision or idea that I can't have what I want, and that's not true. That's not true. For sometimes I've even learned that some things that I've asked for that I thought the universe was telling me no, it was just telling me because I won't like it when I have it. The universe knew in advance that I wouldn't like it afterwards. So instead of wasting my time on bringing me something that I would find later on that I didn't want anyway and wasted all this time waiting for it, the universe is just like, you don't trust me, sweetie, you don't want that. You don't even want it. You won't even like it when it comes. Just keep going, just keep moving. There's something that's, again, about something better, okay? So just know that if the universe is telling you no, or it feels that way, it's really not. It's just telling you either not right now or there's something better, okay? So your unexpected outcome, look at that. Look at that. Aquarius, come through, goddammit. This is your own energy. It's your own energy, love. The star, okay? Being the star of your own freaking reality, of your own movie. Being in alignment, wishes being fulfilled, okay? Clarifying the star. Come the fuck on, spirit. Look, Ace of Cups and the Two of Wands, okay? So love is coming to you. It's like leaving behind something to let something else in. Whether this is a person or this is, you know, just feeling like an overflow of opportunity finally coming in because you realize what needed to be done, the healing that needed to happen, okay? Anything we don't allow ourselves to receive typically stems from a mother wound, okay? Because your receiving energy, your receptive energy is your feminine energy. So if you're having a hard time receiving blessings, receiving money, receiving love, attention, affection, appreciation, whatever the fuck it might be, there is a mother wound there that needs to be healed that some of you, like I said, maybe haven't identified yet. So if anything's falling apart, just know it wasn't built on a solid foundation anyway. And the longer we try to prolong it and delay it and push it back, the harder it's gonna hit when it comes, okay? So just know that anything that may be falling apart that some of you are grieving at this time, just know that the universe is prepared to support you in bouncing back. The universe is prepared to support you in rebuilding, but not from scratch this time, from experience, okay? And that's, again, a perspective. You know, you don't have to choose that, but that's one that I choose that really helps. It really benefits me, so that's why I share it. But for some of you, this is new love, okay? Door to romance. For some of you, this is new love, actual commitment. Maybe going from friends to lovers. Maybe some of you have been asking for this. And maybe this is what's also for some of you happening because the healing you're doing is now bringing in something that you're not expecting. Some of you may be getting invited to go on a vacation and your person proposes to you. You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff happens. Some of you, that could be what this commitment is that someone's realizing what they had, they've awakened to this connection, and now they want to apologize. Now they want something long-term because they realize who the fuck you are to them, okay? So for some of you, this is Mercury retrograde. It could be bringing this person back. There could be communication issues that you've had with them. But, you know, if you're guided to feel like this is your person and you guys can work through that, then work through that, you know? That's going to be personal to everybody, okay? But yeah, some of you could be moving in and find yourself unexpectedly moving in with this person. That maybe they're coming back around and they want a new start with you, and you guys talk about it, and you talk about everything and you know, all that. And some of you may end up getting intimate with this person, okay? But it feels like, this definitely feels like a commitment. Someone coming back for a second chance. And it feels like because they've essentially not only learned the lesson of why maybe things went left the first time, but I feel like they've awakened. Both these cards speak of awakening, okay? The Hierophant with the Judgment, these are awakening cards. It's like someone has awakened to this connection, to what needs to happen, to what you deserve, who you are to them, okay? And now they're coming towards you, coming and get what's theirs, essentially, okay? Which is you, Aquarius, all right? So like I said, some of you, that could be what this blockage is here, okay? Is that some of you have been asking for this person. You've been asking for whatever this is. But maybe it feels like because they're a bit immature, okay? Or maybe they're you know, it's like maybe some of you, they're apologizing, but maybe you don't believe them. That could be why this is a challenge as well. Is that this person could be telling you like, I'm sorry, or I only got this, you know, I only got maybe this little ring pop to give you. I don't have the money for a real ring. Some of you maybe kind of like, I don't believe you. But some of you, you know, I've learned with my own experience that where I stopped trusting others, it was because there was a part of me that still didn't trust myself to not let myself get hurt again. So it's something to consider. If you find yourself having trust issues with other people, not only from what they've done to you, but with people that you've never dealt with before, just know that that's typically a sign of showing you where you still have a little bit more work to do with yourself. That there's still some forgiveness that you could extend to yourself for times when you didn't trust yourself before, because they're only a reflection. They're only mirroring back to you the energy you're emitting. So if you're emitting the energy of I don't trust them, it's really because it's reflecting back to you where you may still be dealing with and battling with times when you didn't trust yourself. And that's perfectly fine. But the problem is where we know that and we identify that, right? But we don't want to look at it. We just try to block it out and act like it didn't hurt. Act like, you know, that didn't happen. That's where the problem lies. So for some of you, that could be what this challenge is. Is that something that you're maybe asking for is coming back around, it's coming back for a second chance, but are you ready for it? Do you really want it? Did you really heal from it? You know, are you really ready to, you know, unblock your heart space and let love in so it can actually heal, right? So it can actually heal, okay? So anyways, Aquarius, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I'd appreciate if you drop a like, consider subscribing to the channel if you have not. If you feel free to comment, if you want to comment and let me know how it resonates, I'd appreciate that as well. I always respond. So I love y'all so much. Until next time, howdy.